And this time, the people of falsehood, they try and convince us that what they are selling to us, which in reality is kufr, disbelief, is in the interests of freedom and humanity. And they give their doctrine of disbelief the title of liberalism, which they claim is freedom of speech, freedom of thought. But in reality, if you were to analyze the doctrine that they are upon, it is a religion. Liberalism is a deen. And in this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He clarified this. And unfortunately, many of the people are unaware of this, that this idea of liberalism, it is actually a religion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ وَأَضَلَّهُ اللَّهُ عَلَى عِلْمٍ. Have you seen him who takes his lusts as a God besides Allah, and Allah, knowing him as such, left him astray and misguided? And Allah Azza wa Jal, subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is an example of the beauty of the Quran, the beauty of the book of Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah clarifies the consequences of taking one's lusts and opinions as a God, wal-'iyadhu billah. He said, وَخَتَمَ عَلَى سَمْعِهِ وَقَلْبِهِ. And Allah placed a seal over his hearing and his heart. وَجَعَلَ عَلَى بَصَرِهِ غِشَاوَةً. And he placed a covering over his sight. فَمَنْ يَهْدِيهِ مِنْ بَعْدِ اللَّهِ. Who will guide him after Allah? أَفَلَا تَذَكَّرُونَ. Will you not then remember? Al-Hafidh ibn Kathir clarifies, and Ikhwan, if you were to study today what they present to us as liberalism, it's not very liberal. Because if you are really a liberalist, you would allow me to be a Muslim. As long as I'm not threatening your safety and your well-being, you should accept that we have a difference of opinion. Lakum deenukum waliya deen. You have a religion and I have a religion. But their religion, wal-'iyadhu billah, their God is what? Their opinions and their desires. And you, as a Muslim, you worship Allah Azza wa Jal alone without any partners. And you forsake shirk in all of its forms and manifestations. And that is a tawheed, monotheism. But to them, it's shirk, because you do not worship their God, which is their desires. Ibn Kathir explained in that verse, listen, he said, when Allah Azza wa Jal subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said in the Quran, أَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ. Do you not see the one who takes his lusts as a God? He said, مَهْمَا إِسْتَحْسَنَ مِنْ شَيْءٍ وَرَآهُ حَسَنًا فِي هَوَى نَفْسِهِ كَانَ دِينَهُ وَمَذْهَبَهُ. Whenever this type of person believes something to be good and it conforms to their desires, then it becomes part of their religion and their doctrine. It becomes part of their religion and their doctrine. And if you look at them, they have al-wala wal-bara. They love and they hate based upon their opinions. Again, their liberalism isn't very tolerant, is it? Rather, we find it at times very intolerant. Because if they truly believed in freedom of thought and freedom of speech, when the Muslim woman chooses to wear hijab, they should respect that decision, right? Because a person is free to decide what is beneficial for their own self. However, they say that this is inherently oppressive. Why? Because they have a religion, which their religion is based upon their ideas and their opinions. And if you were to analyze the source of this, it comes from philosophers and thinkers who didn't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but even one of them, and I mentioned this to the brothers a few days ago, one of them actually admitted that this form of liberalism that they were promoting was a religion, and they actually formulated a religion that they called the religion of humanity. They actually invented a religion from their own self, wal-'iyadu billah.